Dear Internet, we have a twofer today. I'm going to recount the last 2 days since I was not home last night. Quite a couple of days it was. Excuse me for the food, but I haven't eaten. And it's 10:30 at night. We'll get to that in a second. So, yesterday, the 29th, it was good. We went out to go hang out with Eddie, and basically, oh yeah, because the night before that we went to the whole Castro bit, and then we decided to try and head to town today, being yesterday. So, we go, and first things first, he has a party to go to. So we go to the party. Some of his friends from his job as a nurse, super cool. Met him, his fiance, and their friends, chill people. They lived in the ghetto, and you felt like you'd gonna die. But the amount of space they have for just having three people live there, oh my god, it was great. I think they paid $900 a month, something like that. We had what was it called? Frito pie. You ever hear of that? Basically, Fritos, chilies, and cheese, and whatever the garnishes you want to put on it. Usually, it's apparently mixed in a bag, but they got classy and put it in a bowl. But that was good. So after that, we went to this club that he was telling me about called Club 21. And was raving about it, apparently his new place. We get there, we hear Beyonce on the lower level. So, okay, this is going to be good. We can get our groove onto some Beyonce. What ends up happening is we get in and they, first of all, cover 15 freaking dollars. $15. We get on, they take us past the Beyonce sounding floor up to the second floor, where, I kid you not, it was a gay Latino cowboy bonanza. It was just a whole bunch of gay Latino men in cowboy hats listening to Mexican music. And you're like, this is not what exactly I signed up for. Luckily, both Eddie and I talked to the owner, who was able to get us to the lower level, thankfully, because he just happened to. Well, actually, the owner's partner happened to be a security guard. We talked to the right one, and since Eddie knew him from before, he was able to get us to the lower floor. So, cool. Originally, if you want to get both floors, it would charge you $25. But because they knew the guy, we got in. So that was cool. We got our groove on. Still was not worth $15, I'll tell you that. And it picked up, but we had about, for me, 20 minutes of music that I actually knew. And the bottom was more urban, like it was mostly black people. And I was like, cool, these are my people. There's where they at. But it was like, mostly stuff like deep rap that I'm just like, nope. But eventually Fetty Wap came on, and then, they did the Cupid Shuffle. I'm like, cool, I got you. We got it. And that was that. After that was over, we went back to Eddie's house, where I just slept on the couch because we were going to play tennis the next day. Now we're to today. Get up. Get up late. Oh, let's not forget that assignment you had to do, your first writing workshop thing. You did it in OpenOffice. Wasn't sure if that was a proper format, but submitted anyway. Emailed your professor asking, is OpenOffice okay? Get a response back the next morning at 7 a.m. when you're waking up at Eddie's house saying, oh, actually it's not. You need to switch formats. But in his response, he said it wasn't okay, but OpenOffice is okay. Then I responded saying, well, it is an OpenOffice, so why isn't it okay? He didn't get back to me until later in the day. It was due at noon, so I ended up changing it to a doc format, sending it late because I ended up getting up at 12:09, and then later he emails me back saying, "Oh, I didn't realize that your .odt was OpenOffice. Yeah, it's totally fine." So I'm like, "Okay, great." Stress for nothing. We get up around noonish, and we decide to go get some brunch around 1. He lives in West Oakland area, Lake Merritt. Went to this fancy restaurant because Eddie's got his high level of food taste. We get to this fancy restaurant called Lake Merritt, where the cheapest thing on the menu was a clam chowder for $7. And that was about $3 under the next closest thing. So, I'm trying to keep my money together, especially after that $15 cover charge the night prior. So it was like, okay, cool. But it was actually really good. You Instagrammed it. It was a good meal. You and I had a nice time, walked around the lake for a second, and then you went and home took a hour break, grabbed your tennis rackets, and went to the courts, and you played a set. You beat Eddie. Well, and then went back and was like, okay, it's getting kind of late because I want to get home before, it was like nighttime. So he drove me back to the Lake Merritt station and was getting on the BART to go home. Lake Merritt is on the peninsula of San Francisco. Well, you're on the other side where like Oakland is. So it's like a 30-minute trip plus a transfer. But first things first, get out the car. He drives off. You realize your phone is gone. And like, shit, I don't know Eddie's number by heart. Secondly, I don't know where Eddie lives, what his actual address is, so I can't walk there or get a taxi to take me there because I don't know what street he's on. My only option is to take this BART all the way back home in Colma, get on my computer, try to get some information, try to contact him, and then go all the way back. Get home, find his number, talk to a roommate, cost 10 minutes text message, gets back to me. Long story short, have to head all the way back to freaking Lake Merritt, which is what I wanted to avoid in the first place, because before it was like, oh, maybe I can go out with him in the evening, come back home, and then go back in the morning to play tennis. I'm like, nah, let me just stay the night and save me the money. But lo and behold, I have to do 2 trips anyway. So we get back, after a whole lot of finagling, wait about 10 minutes, he shows up, I get my phone, and head back. And at that point, let's see, I left my home in Oklahoma at like 8:30. Got home back from the trip around 10:30. So it's been a long ass day. And kind of defeated the entire purpose of me wanting to save money. And good note though, I got the new left thing for my car that I smashed off in the mail. So tomorrow we're gonna work on that, and tomorrow we have to go to lab meeting. Talk to Professor about project. Get him to give me the paper so I can transfer concentrations. And hopefully that'll be the end of this ridiculous cycle of fudge ups. Hopefully from here we can just get things going right, because last week was tough. It was a lot of stuff that went wrong and a lot of emotion. Hopefully, fresh start. Let's get together.